Well, good evening, Jake and Miss Rolwig. Pleasure meeting you again, or Bob, that is. Want to take a moment here and review Jake's lesson we had the other day. One of the first things we looked at, one of the first things we did here in the golf swing here was try to get Jake lined up properly. Get him in that position that was a little more consistent. I know he's a big soccer player, but try to get him in that position where there's more of that athletic stance. Look on the left-hand side here. This is where he was when he first walked in. You can tell in this position where we're kind of bent over quite a bit from with the knees here. As we see it here, bent over quite a bit with the knees. We come to here, and we come to here. So occasionally what we see, so initially what tends to happen is one, when we set up, our feet are a little open. As we can see here, they point left of the target. Our shoulders point to the right. So as it points, not necessarily to the right, but a little more at our target out here is where we see your shoulders lined up, but your feet are lined up to the left of the target. So as you see that, initially what we try to do is on occasion, Jake, your feet or your weight would tend to go back to the heels, and we try to keep that, more of that balanced position, getting up over it, getting the weight up onto the balls of the feet. And as the weight is up on the balls of the feet, that allows us then to have, one, a little bit better position, but two, a little bit more of athletic position, just like you're playing soccer. Okay? So from there, you stand straight up, you lean forward, flex your knees, feel the weight come back to the balls of your feet. Originally when you lean forward, the weight goes to your toes. As you flex your knees, the weight comes back to the balls of your feet. When it comes back to the balls of the feet, then you bend from your waist, kind of feel your tush or your rear end kind of stick out, and then the back as straight as possible with the arms hanging naturally like we see here on the left. By doing that, everything is a little more aligned, a little more in position like we'd like to see. We're here, and we're here. Okay, much better position, aligned better, a lot more of that stable foundation that we're looking to have. Okay, moving on from there. What we tend to find, or what we tend to see then, with the regular golf swing, as you swung back and you swung into it, took the club back, as the club went up, you start to see the relation of the golf club here. And if we point it right to your right hand, or there again, even just your hands as a whole, you can see the center of your hand, the club is going back behind your body, and as you take it to the top, definitely see the butt of the club here being drastically behind your body. Swing up, you let it get a little long here, and by letting it get a little long, what that does is create what they call another lever in the golf swing. By creating another lever in the golf swing, then what you want to do is you want to take that club and kind of throw it up off your shoulders, which causes or starts an early release of the golf club coming down into it. So you can see here, weight's still back on this right-hand side, haven't transferred all the way to the left. So we just kind of throw the club at the ball, allow the club to control us. Well, what we want to do is we want to be the ones that control the golf club. All right? So what I had you do here initially is once we got the stance, when we got in that better position, drew some lines down. What I want you to think about the lines here is let's always keep these toes up to the line here, Jake, if we can. You can see how your toes here kind of falling back here. But try to feel the club go up. And as you turn it up, I want you to almost feel like as you turn it up, if you had a tee in the butt of this club, it was going to point to the ground or point to a line. Now, as it points to that line, the club, you notice is quite a bit more in front of you. And the furthest I wanted you taking the golf club, as if if we had a side view of it, it'd be looking as if the hands were going to 11 o'clock. Now, when we turn this back around, you can kind of see your hands, because of your flexibility and the way your body is, heck, they can turn to 12 o'clock. Well, in this case, we don't necessarily want to go to 12. We want to go to 11. So when we say o'clock, this is what I'm talking about here. You can see how your hands are almost at 12 o'clock here. Whereas in a second, I should have, let's see, I didn't get one here on this initial swing. But what I wanted you to do is as you turn up to 11, it's going to be almost a position where you're about right there in your golf swing. So as we did this, what I had you do is I set up what I call the waist high drill a lot of times. I had you push back with the club, hit a ball, back here 10, 12 inches back, and that's when I want the club to go up. Swing up to that position nice and slowly. And you can see at this case here now the club is still in front of the body. Now if we draw that line straight down from the butt of the club, we can see the club is at or right at our body. Now I want to just swing down, back and through, and back up and through that shot. Just no different than that. 15 to 20 swings, setting up to it, getting the stand. Feel the club go back, down the path, hit the ball, go up, turn up to the top, up over that right shoulder. Right, just like we see here. Right up over that right shoulder here, back down and through. Not too hard, but nice and slow. 20 reps is what I'd like to see as we move forward. Same thing here. Put a tee down there. Doing the same thing. We turn back. Club's parallel to the club at the line. There's that tee there. Notice that tee right there? That's what I wanted to see as we see this. There's that tee right there. Down. Stuck a little long on me there. Let's keep it at 11. Turn back down. Through, back over that ball in front of us. We notice the club stays right out here in front of us, making that turn and rotation through the shot. That's where I wanted you to feel. You know, just by doing the swing and getting comfortable, you can see getting a little behind you here. But we're up, got a little long. Let's keep that position right to here. We're here, back down and back through, Jake. Now, as we go over the last swing here, talk about the last position, and I can't just start hitting some golf balls here. What I want you to have that feeling of is I place 2 sticks out here to be like a goal that you're shooting into. Okay, having that be your target or that aim as you took the golf club back up to 11. Went a little long on us. Let's keep it at 11 rather than 12. Down through, and that could be some of our inconsistency there. So let's turn back to 11. Stop. Too long. Back down and through. All right, it's going to allow us to allow that club to control you rather than you control the club. So let's take it back to 11, Jake. Back up, swing down and through, and I want you hitting balls just like that, okay? If there's any questions, Mr. or Jake, shoot me an email at michaelwyattgolf@gmail.com or give me a call at 314-724-6539.